Virgo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is an energy reading for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign. What that means is it comes to you when you are open and receptive to receiving it, when you call it into you. And then it casts out for the next 7 days. It casts out for the week ahead and sometimes a little bit more, but we're going to do a 7-day breakdown so you know exactly how everything is going to play out. And Virgo, this is where your message begins. Time to collaborate. Well, that's very blunt. And it's interesting how it's number one. It's the first card. And so we can collaborate with many different things. We can collaborate with spirit. We can collaborate with somebody else. We can collaborate for work. We can collaborate for love. We can collaborate for a lot of different things. But it's time to collaborate in order to get things done. In other words, what the universe is telling you straight up front, Virgo, is you're not going to be able to solve whatever you need to solve by yourself. Or you are ready to collaborate with somebody else in order to get yourself to the higher level, in order to get yourself to the next phase of your life, in order to make whatever you're working on the best that it can possibly be. It's time to collaborate. It's time to bring somebody else in and allow them and enable them to work with you and expand you and grow you. The growth has to come through another person, right? And so what this could signal is sort of a cue or a check mark or a yes confirmation that it's time, that you found the right one, that you found the person that you can work with, or it's time to open yourself up to it, because if you've been feeling stuck, this is why. You won't get unstuck. There's only so much any of us can do. I don't care if your IQ is 172. Right? There's only so much any of us can do on our own before we need to open ourselves up to the opinions and perspectives of another human being or the passions of another human being. So let's continue this message, Virgo. Remember that if you need your own personal message, I do provide those. Go to my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and book and schedule your reading now. You will get it you'll get your message within 24 hours of whenever you booked. So it's a pretty quick turnaround, and you need those answers, so I understand. So I try to get those to you as fast as possible. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, Virgo. And remember, when you subscribe, to ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload all of your favorite content. But Virgo, also so that you know when I go live, so you can get free tarot card readings from me. If anything falls out as I'm splitting the deck for you, I will leave it there because it's part of the message. It's supposed to stay on the table. So we already have a couple of cards that have fallen out. And then I'm going to clear the space, clear the energy with a sound bell. Let's give it a quick shuffle. To see if anything else spills out, needs to come out, wants to come out. So this is where we begin. let's always begin in the past, Virgo, because nothing shows up on my table in the past if it isn't directly impacting what's happening now. And so clearly something in the past led up to where you are right now. Be loyal to what you love. And this is in reverse. So this was disloyalty. I don't know if it was you. I don't know if it was them. I honestly felt like it was you, simply because I felt immediately this energy of guilt, or shame, this sense of, and it doesn't even mean that you actually did something wrong. It just means that for some reason you felt like you should have done better, right? And that could just be an outcome of being over self-critical or taking the blame onto yourself. Sometimes in order to control the situation, we take too much of the responsibility for the situation in order to think that we can make it better. But that doesn't necessarily, that never actually works. But whatever this is, or whoever this is, this was disloyalty. It doesn't have to be direct betrayal, but certainly it was not holding true to what the heart said. It's like not being true to your heart, not being true to your family, not being true to what you committed to, what you said, not being committed, not being true. There was something here that wasn't true, and it impacted the heart, because this is Cancerian energy. So it feels like there was this energy of, I feel like I've been betrayed in my heart. So, and then we have life is speeding up, and somebody took quick action and put things together very quickly. This is Gemini energy, so it could have been a conversation. Somebody took quick action, quick energy to push things forward based on this compromised sense of the heart. So I don't think somebody made a great decision because they did it with a compromised heart. And the truth is, great decisions are always not from the head. They're from the balancing point between the heart and the head. You don't exclude one or the other. They find that balancing point, that harmonic point. So ultimately, some decision was made that was not in harmony with the heart or with what somebody should have been true to. And now we have time to collaborate. So maybe in some ways somebody is ready now to speak or to talk. Somebody's now ready to work with each other. Or this could be a totally different scenario, but you've learned. This didn't happen too long ago. It doesn't seem that far out. But there's a whole different scenario here where at least you've learned. And because you've learned, now you are actually ready to build and construct, or they're actually ready to build and construct with somebody else, okay? I promise you we're going to get more specifics as to who these characters are, if it's you, if it's them, or you could just take it where it resonates. But for right now, this is the theme of the reading while we're getting this baseline. Then we have lay a solid foundation. This is where you show up. This is absolutely your card. And it's 6, so it does have to do with Venus energy of money, value, worth, attraction, romance, all of those things. So we have, and creativity. So we have Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation, being willing to go slower, being willing to commit day to day, being willing to love the work that you do and decide to, it's almost like commit yourself to lay a solid foundation, time to collaborate, all based on all this craziness that happened before. And then we have set healthy boundaries. Isn't that interesting? This is Cancerian energy too. Isn't that interesting? So we have set healthy boundaries here, remembering that setting healthy boundaries is knowing what boundary to lie, right? Sometimes you need the Great Wall of China, but sometimes you don't. And most times you don't. And sometimes you need a barbed wire fence, but most times you don't. And so there's this energy of knowing, do I build a picket fence? Do I build a stone wall? Do I build the Great Wall of China? Do I build a barbed wire fence? Like, do I build no boundary at all? Setting healthy boundaries is about, it's like almost like you're learning to build healthy boundaries in order to create a solid foundation for something moving forward. And this will be playing out this week. And that Time to collaborate is almost like, okay, let's get this rolling. But now I've seen that I can't just like throw myself into the situation. We've got to actually establish something firmly, practically, not just spiritually or through the heart or through the expectation, but through practicality and work. So that's the theme. Let's get into our 7-day spread, Virgo. I'm going to get day 7. Let's pick day 7 now to understand how all of this resolves by the end of the week, where we're at by the end of the week. And I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to go through day 1 through 6. Okay, you're showing up again. Day 7. Ooh. Looks like you're going to surprise yourself. Okay. Day 1. What is happening day 1? Please let Virgo know there are options. There are opportunities. There are maybe deciding to put your eggs in quite a few baskets. This is the 6 of Pentacles. Not just settling for one and not having to. Something here is optional. Okay, what does that mean for Virgo? Or seeing or knowing that you have options. Okay. There are options. That's all I'm saying. That's all that's coming out for day 1. Being in that state of mind of opportunities. Maybe the opportunities are coming in. Maybe looking at many different opportunities. Like this is the mindset that you have to start in. And you'll be able to, because fortune is shining on you when it says, okay, I'm going to look at different options or opportunities. They're coming in for you. Okay. Also, this could be an energy of being good, being charitable, and providing those options to somebody or to others. Okay, what about day 2? We have faith. We have my Lancelot card. This is the Knight of Cups. This is making an offer usually of goodwill at the very least. Sometimes an offer of love, putting your heart on your sleeve, or somebody that wears their heart on their sleeve, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. A sense of not necessarily knowing where things are headed, but following in faith. This is why Galahad. If you ever see the image of Galahad following the Holy Grail quest, you always see the knight on the horse with the cup out in front of him. He's not actually holding the cup. Knight of Cups holds the cup. But it's just this energy of allowing your heart to guide you, because your heart is your sort of headlight for faith. Like it understands the direction to go, even though it's not practical. This is also an expression, sharing how you feel, acting upon your feelings, because knights are always taking action. And so this is acting upon, somebody is acting upon their feelings. And then we have the Queen of Wands. This is fire. So maybe it's like sharing your feelings with somebody that you're extraordinarily attracted to. Could be exactly a fire sign. That's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or simply somebody that's very inspiring, somebody that's very sexy, somebody who's very confident, somebody who is, it's definitely, and if this is both you at the same time, these represent parts of you. This is knowing your passions and acting upon them and having confidence in them and looking toward the future, right? That here we have day 1, this sense of options, making things options, or spreading around your options, or options coming into you. It seems that by day 2, you have decided, or there is some sort of decision here of what to act upon. And then we have day 3, Taurus energy, which is usually marriage. The Hierophant could be marriage. it could be, what this represents to me in your reading is simply a foundation, something fundamental, something that you're sure of or you're certain of, that, you know, you may not have been certain of before, or somebody else may not have been certain of before. But there's this energy of commitment, or I want to keep things the way that they are, or I want to build something with you that will last, that won't change, or that will change, but that will be built to last. And that's Taurus energy. That's what Taurus provides the zodiac. This is building something for long term that is built to last. So this is some sort of commitment. This could be leading up to some sort of engagement for a few of you out there. If so, congratulations. But this does seem to be, even if this is a job offer, this is an offer that is now by day 3 firmly given, right? A sense of I'm willing. There's something in the past here. Day 4. It's interesting that that came out. What happens on day 4? So what this is showing me is that in the past, because this is in reverse, so in the past, the decisions were bad, or they weren't clear, or somebody made bad choices, or was hypercritical, angry, mean, almost demeaning or attacking if this is a person, or that they weren't correct. Like they made decisions based on incorrect thoughts, especially incorrect thoughts from the past, right? So that's flying out. So ultimately, once again, all of this has something to do with a past situation. And this is the confrontation of those thoughts or those decisions in the past. Okay, so what happens day 4? Okay, so we have being left, being broken up with, or deciding to discard somebody or something, or feeling left out, or feeling like you have been fooled or hoodwinked, or dumped or criticized, or... Okay, so this, I don't know if this is self-isolation or... but it's something from the past, underlying energy. Somebody may have dumped somebody or gotten rid of somebody based on bad decisions. Really, they were bad decisions. That's why it comes out in reverse, because it wasn't clear. The mind wasn't clear, right? Or somebody was very accusatory or mean or demeaning or horrible and left somebody else just to hurt them or harm them. And I don't know why this comes out on day 4, but it's almost like this past comes out on day 4, right? Which could either cause problems, either not because maybe even somebody's dumping you or firing you, but because you realize that this was the behavior. So it's like almost like behavior from the past comes up to really make you feel isolated and worried, or to genuinely hoodwink you and sideswipe you with the energy of being abandoned. So that could have been the betrayal that suddenly comes out, and we understand why, because we didn't know this about either ourselves or somebody else. This was a sense of our brain being in like not thinking clearly, and making bad hypercritical choices based on maybe the feeling of abandonment or losing. And that comes out. So that could be somebody's trauma coming out as well. What about day 5 then? Where do we go from there? Healing, the temperance angel. So there's this angel of being able to heal, being able to... Okay. So this is being able to heal. And this is a beautiful energy to heal, especially after we saw what day 4 brought us. So this is finding a way to heal the hurt. But over here, this is an energy of somebody still not being sure, or somebody being done or sick or fed up of a situation. So there's just this sense of, it's almost like I need to act to heal this because somebody doesn't want to wait much longer. This acknowledgement of the healing has to happen, or we finally, or we're inspired to find a compromise, or we're inspired to find, not a compromise, a way to heal the situation We're inspired to find it, or because we see that somebody's fed up and they're about done, right? So there's just this energy of, oh, okay, so I need to get in there and come back and demonstrate. Maybe it's like I just want to heal this situation or offer other opportunities, or like expanding a mind that was set on giving up. Expanding a mind that was set on giving up or was about to give up, especially if bad stuff had happened to them from the past. So finally there comes this illumination that comes on day 5. So there's a change of attitude, almost through faith and healing somehow. Okay. And it's divine intervention, because that's major arcana. So what about day 6? Interesting. We have the High Priestess, which is sitting in faith, allowing yourself to, it's almost like you kind of knew what was going to happen, or something that was destined to happen. We're going to get clarifiers. Don't worry about it. And then we have the Magician, almost like becoming consciously aware of your ability to create the situation that you want, or manifest the situation that you want, realizing how powerful and magical you are, or realizing how much you really have to do with this situation. What is the situation? This is the Star card. It's like, woo, suddenly I realize it's all about my choices and decisions, and I can get what I want here. I can actually get a wish fulfilled here, as long as I take action and do something about it. Or finally, what you've been working on and manifesting, is just divine timing. This could be love. This could be marriage. Ace of Cups, right? A dream love, a dream relationship, a dream offer, dreaming of whatever you've been aspiring to. Now, bam, it magically happens. This is divine timing. What comes out on the other side of it? Interesting. But let's go and get a moon card just to clarify for Virgo, please. Clarify for Virgo. Yeah, we have expect powerful change. There's a change that maybe is outside of you, that like is, so what I'm saying is eclipse. So this is a sense of, once again, faded reality. Like this is just, something has totally changed. Take time to breathe out, allowing yourself to be able to calm down again, and then hold your vision. Get back to what you started before all the craziness happened. A sense of your emotions coming back into something that makes more sense, instead of taking over you being able to control them. It's really interesting. We go from new moon. It's like everything the air starts to clear, and the air that was highly like electric starts to like level out and balance out and clear out, because something shifts and changes, so that you can get back to something was here that you only left halfway. So we have to keep going and moving it forward. And now either you or they or somebody is ready to. Let's go to the extended reading, where I can get deeper into all of these energies, and we'll go over day 7 and we'll start from there. I love you guys. I'll see you there. Link is down below, and it's at the top of the comment section too.